Okay guys, Red Eyes Demon back again with another video. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been caught up in schoolwork and stuff. But this is my newly updated Red Eyes deck. I believe I've done one before, but it had banned cards, sadly. But this is it. My deck, extra deck, and side deck. I don't know why I run a side deck, it's just in case. Okay, well, let's get on with the main deck. Darn it. It's 3 Red Eyes, but I currently can't find my third one. Let me look for it real quick. Found it. See, these are the same art, just the background's darker for some reason. I do have OG art, but I don't have 3 of these yet, which is sad. I plan on ordering 3 Starter Deck Joey versions of this, 3 Starter Deck Yugi versions, Dark Edition, and 3 Starter Deck Kaiba versions of Blue Eyes. So I'll be able to use those in my decks. But 3 of these, I've seen people run these at 2 and 3 of Black Flare, or 2 of Black Flare and 3 Red Eyes, but I run 3 of each. Now, I was watching a video on YouTube about this deck, and the guy had a point. He didn't want to run it at a 3, but it was important to the deck, so he ran a 3, and I took his advice, and it runs pretty well. First turn, I was lucky enough to pull 3 Archfiend Black Skull Dragons out. First turn. I got 2 Red Eyes Fusions, a Dragon Shrine, Dragon's Mirror, and a Red Eyes Black Dragon. That was a great hand. 3 Blackstone. I've seen a lot of people run this set too. I don't even see it that much at all, seeing how fast I go through the deck. But a very important card is 3 Black Metal Dragons. Now, Black Metal is the most important, in my opinion, the most important card in the deck. It searches out your Red Eyes Fusion, Red Eyes Spirit, Return of the Red Eyes, and all of those. Now, the reason I run 2 Archfiend Lightning and 2 Summon Skull is because of a card in my extra deck. You'll see it later. But it's too good of a card, and I'm lucky enough to pull it out of its set. I think it's only been in 1 set, I believe. It was only out of Dragon's Legend Unleashed, and it was like the hardest card to pull in the set, I believe. Okay, so 2 Retro Dragons. The hand trap works great if you can pull it off. I don't really see it much because they don't really destroy my monsters, but my friend runs Burst Stream, Burst Breath, Retro, get all of them back out. But I was not lucky enough to have Retro that turn I told you about where I got 3 Archfiend Black Skulls out. He had a Burst Stream actually, but I didn't have a Retro in my hand, which was sad. Then I run 1 Red Eyes Wyvern. I've seen people run either 2 Retros, 1 Retro, 1 Wyvern, or 2 Wyverns and 1 Retro, but I run 2 Retros and 1 Wyvern. They might not see the importance of this, but it's a really great card. And last card, of course, is Red MD. It's Red Eyes, and also Dragon deck. Get out dragons. But if you've seen that I run 11 level 5 or higher, and only 9 level 4 or lowers, it's because I special summon way too much with this deck. I really don't even need them. I use Black Metal for its effects, equipping it, then getting, I would normally have, sometimes I have a Red Eyes in my hand and Summon Skull, and I somehow special summon Red Eye, I special summon Red Eyes and tribute it after I equip it with Black Metal, and then I could tribute Black Metal I contribute the Red Eyes, get Summon Skull out, and Black Metal's effect would go off because it was sent to the graveyard. Now, 3 Red Eyes Fusion, it's Red Eyes deck, of course. But I only have 1 card in this deck from Invasion Vengeance. I haven't bought any. I plan on getting 1 Meteor Dragon, Meteor Red Eyes, Meteor Black Dragon, or whatever, and 1 Comet Dragon. No, 2 Meteor, and then 1 Comet Dragon. I run 3 Infernal Fire Blast. Great card. I can't search it out, sadly, but one time I was lucky enough to get 2 Infernal Fire Blast, my first hand, a Red Eyes Fusion, and Dragon Shrine and something else, and I pulled Archfiend Black Skull out and used Infernal Fire Blast, doing 6,400 damage to him. And then, like, 2 turns later, I ended up drawing the 3rd Inferno. 3 Dragon Shrines. Really great card. I've seen people run 2, 1, 3, but I run 3 because if you can get it first turn, it can get your red MD to the graveyard. And then I sometimes have a Red Eyes Spirit in my hand. Well, most of the time, actually. 3 cards of the Redstone. It's my draw power of the deck. 1 Red Eyes Insight. Another... okay, so Dragon Shrines, Cards Redstone, and Red Eyes Insight are basically my Foolish Burials of the decks. Of the deck. They just send them to the graveyard. So, Dragon Shrine I could send 6. Cards Redstone I could send 6. And, Red Eyes Insight I could send 1. That's 13 Red Eyes to the graveyard. And you need them in the graveyard, pretty much. And the 1 Dragon's Mirror. I run 4 fusions, but I don't see the 4th one that much. Now, moving on to traps. I run 3 Return of the Red Eyes. I see people run this at 1 or 2. But since I use those level 6, I need them as most as possible. And 3 Red Eyes Spirit. No one plays this in Red Eyes, surprisingly. I've seen only 2 YouTubers play 1, which is sad. But I get a Dragon Shrine, Red Eyes Spirit. Send Red Eyes Black Dragon, then Red Eyes MD, Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then set that down. And next turn, on their turn, chain Red Eyes Spirit, get out Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And then use his effect. Moving on to side deck, I'm going to do that instead of my extra deck first. I have 1 Run Divine Dragon Lord and 1 Arc Brave. If it's a spell heavy deck, I'll run Arc Brave. If it's a monster heavy deck, I'll run Divine Dragon Lord. The 1 extra Summon Skull, if you don't see what you need for the level 6s that much. 1 White Horn, because if it's a spell deck, a deck that returns spells easily, you might want to banish those spells. 1 Lord of D and 1 Lady of D, because, I don't know, but they're good. And then, for dragon removal, since the new ban list hasn't come out, I'm not sure if this is going to be on it, but 1 Gandora X to Dragon of Demolition. Pretty great card, I must say. If I add that into any deck, I'd add at least 3 into Blue Eyes, which is surprising, because Blue Eyes a lot of level 5 or higher. Then I won 1 Flute, 1 Return, because I have too many return. I have too many monster retrieval from the graveyard. And 2 Mirror Force. That's my side deck. Now for my extra deck. This is a hybrid build, basically, so I run 3 Red Eyes Black Flare Dragons. And 3 Archfiend Black Skull Dragons. Since I don't have Common Dragon, I can't run that. For my other fusion, I won 1 First of the Dragons. Great card. The only person who's actually been able to get off the field is my friend Bo, because he runs Blue Eyes, so he was able to destroy it easily. Now I run number 21, Frozen Lady Justice. I've seen people play defensively in times of needs, or if you're lucky enough to go against a Ghost Rick deck at locals, that screws them over pretty much when they're first trying to get. If it's the mill type of one with Skeleton's effect. And this is why I run all the level 6s. Dragulus the Vampiric Dragon. This is a very great card. I love to see this get out. Because my friend, he equips Return of the Rider of the Stormwinds to Blue Eyes. But my Vampiric would be destroyed, come back out, destroy Rider of the Stormwinds. And then Dragos would come back out after he attacks again, if he can. But I believe if he's destroyed by anything, he basically just comes back out. Sent to the graveyard or banished. Yeah, it's an infinite card if you have only 4 monster zones being used. It's an infinite card. It's an infinite loop. You'll get stuck in it badly, which sucks if you do. But if you get your opponent stuck in it, oh, it's great. It's beautiful. It's like nothing they've ever seen. But yeah, that's my Red Eyes deck. It's running great. I don't recommend running it at locals until I get Comet Dragon and the Comet Dragon support. But if you can get that, you should run the Burn hybrid build, where you're lucky enough to get 2 Comet Dragons. No, 1 Comet Dragon, 2 Infernal Fire Blast, if you're lucky enough. And what's the other card? Get Comet Dragon out, of course. So you need Red Eyes Fusion, 2 Infernal Fire Blast, any card pretty much for the other 2. But if you're lucky enough to get those 3 specifically, get out Comet Dragon, Comet's name become Red Eyes Black Dragon, 2 Infernal Fire Blast, that's 7,000 damage, and its own effects send Red Eyes to the graveyard, half of Red Eyes attack, 1,200, instantly win first turn. But yeah, oops. Why? Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that's my Red Eyes deck. Hopefully y'all liked it. As I said, it's running great.